Welcome back to my channel, guys, and this evening I'm going to create a look using the eyeshadow palette that I received in my FabFitFun box. So I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I will. Just so we're clear, I explained to you guys that a part of my makeup routine is also applying a face mask. And before you apply a face mask onto your face, you have to cleanse your skin. So today I used my Dr. Brandt Clean Biotic. Why I like this? Basically, it cleans all your face. Like, it's really hydrating, and it also gets rid of all the excess oils or just whatever that is on your face, just so you have a clean surface to work on. So today I'm going to use out of my box that I received before, one of the Karuna face masks, and in the box there's like 6 different kinds of face masks. Don't know if you guys can see that. So today I'm going to choose the one that's for dry, dull, and dehydrated skin, because in the winter time your skin normally just loses a lot of moisture. So this is the one I'm using. Yeah, because now it's almost time for my days, of course. So I have a lot of planets on my face. I guess that you guys can see that. That's the way I have always tried to have a facial routine, is because I want to keep my skin under control, and it's not just a one-day thing. To keep your skin under control is something that you really have to follow up with, because just your day-to-day, like sweating and whatever it is that you're using on your face, whatever it is that is moisturizer or whatever, it just leaves a lot of like things on your face. So here we go. So the mask looks like this, and I'm just going to apply this to my face. So guys, this is what the mask looks like. Yes, and because I have a very big nose, it's not covering the whole surface, so sorry. But I have to wait for 10 minutes for the formula to actually work. So I'm back, guys. I went ahead and I prepped my face off camera, and I did my eyebrows. So now I'm going to start with the palette. So the first shade that I'm going to use today will be the Bread Pudding. This is a transition shade. Basically, it has to be very light, because as you're moving into other colors, you have to choose one that is lighter than the other, just so that you can get to transition in like a smooth way, if that makes any sense. I cannot give you the professional term, but I can give you my term. I just use the lighter shades one at a time, just so that it transitions in very smoothly and you don't see like there's a line or where did it begin or what happened, if you understand clearly what I'm saying here. But enough of the rambling, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. So I'm going to take my brush. Basically, when I'm choosing a eyeshadow brush, I look for the brush that's very easy to work with as it relates to the bristles. So the bristle of the brush has to be very smooth, like, and it not stiff. So if you're supposed to flex it to an angle, when it comes back, this one is kind of a bit stiff. But because I'm just going to add my first transition shade and I know how to work with this brush, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. Okay, so here we go, guys. Always remember, when you put your brush into the eyeshadow, to please knock it off. And that is why most times it's best for people to like do your eye makeup before you do your face, just so that you can get to like cover all the fallouts, just in case that you don't really tap the brush off correctly, if you understand clearly what I'm saying. Yes, so because this is a transition shade, I am going to start right below my brow bone. Sorry. So here, and I use a windshield wiper motion left to right. This is a very light shade, and I'm not really going to do a very dramatic eye makeup today, because this is just a very light palette, and I'm trying my best to work with it, because obviously FabFitFun sent me a palette that was not so much for my skin tone, but I promised that I was going to do a video, so I'm here, aren't I? And please remember not to hold your brush so closely to the tip, because it's harder to really manage. Hold it like almost to the end or in the mid, just so it gives you more space to work with, other than having it like this and doing like this. It takes like a lot more out of you to really, especially if you're a beginner, try to start with using it like this. So I'm going to change my brush, and I'm going to go ahead in with the mango pudding. So this will be the next shade that I will use to blend to make the look that I'm trying to achieve. So I'm just going to start a little bit below the transition shade, just so it's not, as I said before, it's going to be more smooth if I start like a little below and just get it all blended. I think eyeshadows and actually makeup on a whole, it's just about blending. If you're not blending, it doesn't make sense. It's just gonna be lines, and yeah, it's not going to look as appealing as it would look if you really take the time out to blend it properly. I'm also applying it a lot more to my crease, due to the fact that I'm going to add a darker color after. So as I said before, it's all about transitioning and how to get it really like smooth sailing. I know now my face kind of look a little bit weird, but just trust the process and know that when I'm finished, it will look really good. So even if you're like myself, not a professional, but actually like just trying to advance yourself in applying makeup, it's not that hard. It's something that you can really master. It just takes time to, you have to practice. It's all about practicing. Like for example, to apply glitter eyeshadow, it's like a whole technique, because some glitter eyeshadows you have to actually like damp your brush just so you don't get a lot of fallouts. With the warm cocoa shade, but when I'm doing like the outer corners of my eyes, I like to use a angled brush. And this is the reason why. So because it's already at an angle, when I'm going to do the corners of my eyes and to go on inwards into the creases, it's not going to be so difficult because of the angle that the brush is already at. I must say that this palette has a lot of fallouts, and it's not, I don't know if because the shades are not really suitable for my complexion, but it's not so pigmented as I would want it to be. So it's kind of hard to work with for my purposes. I don't know if with other people it's going to be easier, but for me it is quite a task. And I will go in again with warm cocoa, focusing mostly on the outer corner. And on the lid. So I will use the shade Butterscotched, this one right over here. I will use this shade on my lid to give it a bit of a pop. So let me dig on into this Butterscotched. And I always like to use a flat brush to do this process here. So I'm dragging it out a little because I'm going to fade it out just so that it can transition pretty well into the outer lid shade. So right now I'm going to take the other end of this brush and blend it in properly. So at this moment I feel as if I've accomplished what I wanted to do with the eyeshadow palette. So I'm just going to go off camera and finish up the rest of my face, pat some lashes on. Here's the finished product, guys, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did. I hope that you guys have also learned something about makeup, just a tip about transitioning and stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, you can also do so in the comment section below and I will answer you as promptly. And please don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe to my channel so you guys will be up to date with my regular videos that I'll post. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!